The weather never changes wherever you go. It's always pretty significantly the same. And then every once in a while, you'll get like dips and things, right? No, not at all. So let's talk about weather in Dungeons & Dragons. And specifically today, we're going to be talking about how to use snow in D&D. Snow, right? How can we possibly make that fun? A lot of ways. So let's get right on into it. When it comes to snow in Dungeons & Dragons, my favorite thing in the world to do is foreshadow. Foreshadowing with snow is an amazing thing. A light snow across the morning when you were walking out. It snowed just a light amount. It's still crispness in the air, but it's warming up. You see footprints in the snow, but those footprints are something you've never seen before. Foreshadowing with snow is amazing because you can put an inch on the ground. It can be warming up during that day. It doesn't actually cause anything. You don't have to have soggy ground, or you don't have to have any of those things which come with heavy rain if you're trying to be realistic. But if you go to Denver, Colorado, it can be 70 degrees out tonight. It can have 2 inches of snow on the ground and then be gone by midday and still be in the 60s. Remember, weather is an interesting thing, and snow does an amazing job of foreshadowing, especially if they walk out and maybe they see something of footprints kind of mangled up, moving sideways, and then a long streak in front of it, right? Creature of some kind dragged a body off, foreshadowing in the snow. Foreshadowing and snow go hand in hand. Difficult terrain. When snow starts to get up above your ankles, above your knees, it becomes difficult terrain. And the thing is you can add that much snow very, very quickly. In fact, it can happen overnight in a blizzard or something along those lines. So when you're utilizing snow in a Dungeons & Dragons game and you're in a cold environment, difficult terrain makes combat, completely changes things up. It makes flying much more important, but at the same time, makes it so your people on the ground are moving slower. But what about those spells that get rid of the difficult terrain? Or what about the ranger that can move because snow is their natural terrain? Maybe a ranger can trade things up. Maybe his survival skills teach him how to move through snow, right? Reward creativity in this scenario. A fireball clears away snow, in my opinion. There's lots of ways to utilize that snow where, in fact, the players can use it from a tactical advantage as well. So slowing down the creatures that are coming at the end that they're saying, they're going to be on top of the end shooting down, right? There's so many ways that you can use that difficult terrain that snow provides. So try it. Whiteout blizzards are an absolute thing. Think about that for a second. When you're starting to fight, even if there's no snow on the ground and the temperatures have dropped and it's just above freezing and the wind starts blowing and the snow starts flying and it becomes whiteout conditions. It's so thick you can only see 10 or 15 feet. Now, we also do this for rain, for fog, but snow works just as well. But it creates a different atmosphere. With rain, with fog, it's gray, it's gloomy, it's black, it's dark. With snow, it's almost white. Even when the sun is shining and the snow is blowing, it's a white condition. And so it allows for a different feeling than using what you're normally using, especially if you're in a colder environment or a northern environment or you're in a mountain pass. Snow is a great way to create visible differences as well. Now, you can tag that along with all the wind, right? It can be blowing so hard that all of a sudden you're at disadvantage for using ranged attacks, such as ranged physical attacks. Spells still work the same. There's so many fun things you can do with that. However, snow and visibility go hand in hand, as well as giving you disadvantage to perception checks. Think about the opposite of that. You've got snow across the ground and the sun is shining, so you're squinting. So anything that's in the air flying, you have disadvantage of because of how bright that is coming off the snow. Visibility can be affected in multiple ways when it comes to snow. Use them all. Another way that I love to use snow is to go out in a snowstorm and listen. It becomes quiet. Snow muffles sound, but that also means that sounds that pierce the snow can be alarming. Imagine a tree falling in a snowy wood. You'd hear it, but it sounds muffled. When someone walks through walks through snow, how it sounds. What about when a large creature walks through the snow? You can't hear the large creature moving, but you can hear the of the snow. Snow has a unique sound that you can talk about. It has the stillness of the air, something that seems to be unnatural about how silent it is outside. As the animals aren't moving, as the snow falls and deadens any echo that may occur. Snow affects not only visual, not only feeling, but also sound. And you can use that as a descriptor to really liven up your encounters. And I say encounters as in it could be a NPC encounter. It can be, just going And, going into the woods, or it can be sleeping at night, and all of a sudden things become still. When you open your eyes and you open the tent, you see a layer of snow across the ground. Food for thought. Snow is also an amazing thing when it comes to coldness. Actually, if you're not prepared and understand that we're not talking about snow, we're talking about cold, and you can use it like that as well. In Virginia right now, it's 63 degrees today. 2 days ago, it was 18 degrees. The day before that, 14 degrees. And the day before that, 60 degrees. So remember, you can have those fluctuations in temperatures to affect people that are wearing metal armor, if they don't have winter clothing, if they're getting levels of exhaustion. So have fun with snow, guys. And that was 5 ways that you can use snow in your campaigns. And a plethora of how would you use it? Now that you have all those things, what would you be doing with snow in your campaign? And as always, we will see you next time.